Welcome everybody to D&D Russ Edition 2k7Teen Episode 8, the Carbuncle. We're going to get into this really quickly because we have 20 minutes before we lose someone. Let's get this going. So, we left our party after they just weirdly got hired after being on trial. Not exactly sure what that was about. Maybe we'll find out a little bit later on. So our party has just met with... does anyone... Oh my gosh, I don't have my notes. Ah!
Oh Christ!
The name of the one who wasn't killed.
Jer.
It was Jer, right? It was Jer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So, Arch, I'm not really sure. You'll find out later. All right. So here we go. As Archmage Jer is kind of walking everyone towards the Department of Development and Research. You guys see a big crew of people cleaning up the streets that were damaged by the fire.
Is he dancing his way over there?
He's got a good spring in his step. He's got really large robe, and just kind of give you like a visual idea of, I don't like really doing visual representations of what this person looks like, but I want you to imagine bald. I think I explained that before. Okay, so he's very, very bald, very pale. He's got a little bit of an arch in his back. Nice. I'm gonna get distracted so much by this chat, and my dog. So you guys arrive in front of this very tall white building. Now, it's weird, because all the other buildings, they look like they're made of stone. They look really old. And then this building's just like a white box. It's very tall. It's a very tall building, but there's no, like, windows. It's just a very, like, plain white box with a door on the front. Very, very tall, very bright white. As you guys enter... you guys see a very long hallway with an elevator at the end of it. And in this hallway, you see a person sitting in a chair. What would you like to do?
Can I go up and just do, you know those handshakes where like, instead of like a normal like, oh, good to meet you, hi, hello, you just like slap into the person's hand and you're like, good to meet you, hello, hi. I would like to do that, except without the friendly part of it. I just want to maintain eye contact with this person.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you go up to the person in the chair, and they kind of look like they've been waiting. You slap their hand, and it's a good, firm handshake, and you're just like making eye contact. Are you making like an intimidation roll? Are you trying to intimidate them at all? Are you trying to just like establish a dominance, or are you just?
No, I'm trying to be friendly, but I don't know how.
Oh, okay, cool. So because it's you and you don't know how, what I'm actually gonna get you to do is a performance check.
Okay. Wait a second. I forgot to pull up my dice, which you would think, man, that's an important part of playing Dungeons & Dragons, but that's fine.
I mean, it really depends on your play style.
I got a 20. 13
yeah,
plus
okay.
7.
Sick. So you're like trying to be friendly, and the gentleman he goes, oh, hello there.
I would like to just like give the like.
Yes.
That's the look. That's it.
Hi there. Welcome.
Where are we?
This is the Department of Research and Development. Yes. And he's kind of like awkwardly shaking his head a little bit, like, yes, this is the department that you're looking for.
Can we say this entire time we haven't let go yet?
Yeah, you're still shaking. Okay. And adjudicator, Jer at this point goes, well then, I feel like you've come to the right place. I'll be on my way. I will see you later on in the evening. And he just kind of prances off really happily. And so you're just standing there with this man in his chair in this very long hallway, and it's next to the elevator, and you're just shaking his hand.
I would like to add in, like, okay, so research and development. So what do you do? Like,
I press the button for the elevator.
Wow, that's nifty. Hit the button.
Okay, and he hits.
I'm not gonna let. No, I didn't let go of his hands though.
He turns around with his other hand because he's still shaking it, and he presses the button, and the elevator doors open to a very bright white walled elevator. It almost looks like translucent, as if you can see into something, but you're not exactly sure what you're looking into. And then the elevator develops a tongue, and no. And so the elevator
it's an elevator mimic.
It's got 3 walls, and the flooring is gorgeous. It's actually got like wooden paneling, which is very uncharacteristic of the rest of this building. Yeah. I'm guessing you guys enter.
Oh yeah, I would like to enter the room. Yay.
Does that mean that you're going to let go of his hand?
No, I'm taking him with me.
Oh. Yeah, with that 20, I'll let you have it. He's just like, yeah, okay, I'll make sure you get to the right spot. And so he's an older gentleman too, and he's just kind of like, do you like older guys?
And I'm just like, gross.
Just don't kill me. I know what you've done.
I haven't personally done anything.
Okay. So he hits the button, and the elevator just shoots up, and as it does, lots of light looks like it's passing by, as if you're like going really, really, really fast into like going like light speed or something, and it just shoots up, and it almost seems like you've been there for like 2 seconds at most, and it suddenly stops, and everyone's like, ah. And the older man says, "Oh, you never quite get used to that. Yeah, the guy you're looking for is just out there." And then he kind of just shoves you all out and hits the button, rides the elevator back down.
Wait, before he leaves, can I be like, okay, good job, Jerry?
Oh, thank you. Okay, Jerry.
All right, see you, Bob.
No, you said Jerry.
I know what I said. She don't care.
Okay. So Jerry, the elevator attendant. I need to write that down, but my dog is being a bit of a butt. She's got her head wedged in, but like in my back, and against the couch, which is great for my back. So we get to the it's funny because it's like there's another hallway that's just filled with white walls, and at the end of the hallway, it looks like a market stand, almost like one of those ones that are like built into the wall. Kind of like if you're at like a food court, kind of, and you know how like the food court, the restaurant is built into the wall, that kind of thing. That you see that, and you see like a series, like you have like there's like a barrier between you and the other desk that has all the material goods on it, and the barrier is made of wood, and you see a bunch of items, and you see like a doll in the middle that looks like a little fox, and then you have a cloak on the right hand side that's it looks a little odd. It looks really, really dark and kind of smells a little bit. And At this point, I need you guys to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Let's see. Wisdom was my dump stat, right? Yes, wisdom is dump stat. 19.
God damn it, I got a 6.
I got a 20.
8.
Okay,
Is that a
cool.
nat 20 or a modified 20?
No, it's added with 20. With stuff
Addy, what'd you get?
Oh, 8.
8. Okay. Cool. So, Chelsea, Jay, and Brandon, and Josh. I'll give you Josh. You guys see the doll's eyes blink.
Gross.
I immediately step backwards, like behind other people. I'm just like, nope, not fucking.
To clarify, that was in character. Mordai says gross.
Yeah.
Just gross.
And it's at that point, the doll says, "You're gross."
Choose screams.
Oh, gross, 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 gross. Gross, 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 gross.
I start walking away.
Gross.
Choose is just screaming.
Stumble says, "Nope, I'm out."
Actually, Choose, you look like you might actually recognize what this is.
I might.
Yeah.
Shushi's
Oh, it
cat.
actually Stumbleblock.
With
Stumbleblock
my
too.
6.
No, like you see the doll's like very, very obviously there. You just didn't notice it blink right away. But now that everyone's kind of given like notice to it, and Stumble, you thought it was a doll at first, but you realized what it is as well.
Stumble
This
doesn't
is
want to know what it is.
So this is a carbuncle. It's a magical creature. And the carbuncle says, "Welcome. I'm your quartermaster.
The fuck
I prepare all of the magical items that you'll be using in your adventures / jobs."
Now, is a carbuncle something that Elaine might have read about?
Yeah, you've heard of they're kind of like fabled creatures that apparently exist, and they have varying degrees of magical abilities. Clearly, this one's far exceeded most people's expectations of what a carbuncle can do, and has turned its powers into being able to create these magical items.
Okay.
So is it actually a doll, though, or did we just mistake
No,
it
it just
for
looked like a doll.
Okay.
It's just too cute to actually.
It's
be alive.
incredibly
It's
cute.
not possible.
So
Well, let's hope with the gross factor.
so I'm assuming you're here to grab your items.
So Elaine, on seeing that a carbuncle is real, is just gonna go straight to it and start looking at it. And
So you still have that barrier there, and once you're you kind of go up to the barrier, and you're leaning over, and the carbuncle says, "Yeah, that's why we have that there."
Lunar says very loudly, "I love this sassy dog. It's so good."
You're a dog.
Choose just says, "Sneeze guard."
I like the way you think, little dog.
Mordai's just going to take keys down and hold them and just...
I don't have all day. Get your items going. So at this point,
So kind.
Sassy dog.
Chelsea, I'm gonna need you to roll a D20.
I got an 8.
8. Cool. All right. Let's see here. You got. Sorry, this is taking a moment. Okay. Sorry for the wait here. When you immediately you kind of step up towards the barrier, and you kind of hold out your hand, and when you do, a little ball, almost looks like a bubble, just kind of falls from the ceiling, and pops in your hand. And when you do, you notice a brightly shining necklace with a fairly large stone in it, and the stone is emitting light.
Okay. Wow, that's really fucking nifty. What does this do?
I'm trying to think of how the Carbuncle says this. You'll wear it.
Thanks. That's it. No, just put it on and walk away.
Yeah. So that's an Everlight necklace. It gives you blinding light regardless of where you are.
Oh, oh, good. Safe for driving.
Yeah. Just try to point it away when cars are passing.
Just to be polite,
So,
turn off your brains.
So it is 10:30.
Everyone on the
our time
road
right
on
now.
my way.
Yeah. So it's 10:30 this exact moment. So at this moment, I need everyone to do another perception check.
Oh, that's even worse. I got a 3.
I got a 17.
I also got a 17. Holy shit, 3 17.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh,
both
and
you and
Josh turned into Zac Efron.
sorry.
Josh turned into Zac Efron.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Anyone? 17 again?
Oh, ha.
Oh,
Nice. So
These are genuine laughs.
you're losing a point of inspiration for that.
I don't
I
Um,
like
have
that
any.
thus far, Jay is the only person to ever get inspiration.
No, I got
Anytime.
And I earned it.
Oh, okay.
I got it
Okay.
once. Yeah.
Okay, good
Yeah.
job.
I earned that shit.
Yeah. So you all three of you, and I guess because of because Choose is sitting on top of Mordai, Choose will kind of notice it as well. You guys notice behind you a figure. That figure is Burrell. And
that's good.
Bad with names.
Burrell,
My
The-
fan.
you're
Yeah.
Mordai's #1 fan.
He's the bro that
Blonde curly hair. Ellie. Blonde curly hair. The one
Can
that.
attack us?
Say Lunar did not remember him either, so it's fine.
Okay, cool. So Burrell is kind of smirking when you guys notice, and says to Mordai, "Oh, it's so good to see you again."
So
And he's
Elaine is going to be facing the other way and notice him, and she's going to tuck the necklace in when he comes.
yeah, okay. And Etchi starts walking towards you, all three of you, and are you're waving? I can only see your hand, so I'm not exactly sure exactly what you're doing, but
I'm sure he's also smiling.
no, I'm talking about Jay. But
Waving and also smiling.
Yeah,
oh yeah, okay. So
because that's the Mordai thing to do when a fan.
that's a very Mordai thing to do. And so he's like, "Yeah, hi." I wish I could stay. I'm only here for a second. And looks at Lunar and goes, "Someone would like to speak with you." And at that moment, he puts his gauntlet hand on your shoulder, and you both disappear.
Choose screams.
Can my last phrase, like as I disappear into the nothingness, be "Who the fuck are you?"
So I think actually what would happen is as he's putting his hand down on you, you wouldn't necessarily get to finish that phrase. It'd be something along the lines of, "Who the fuck are?"
Okay, that's fine. I'll take it.
What?
Chu still screams.
As he was putting her hand towards her, Elaine went to block his hand from her, but obviously was too slow.
Yeah.
And she
It
kind of
makes you feel
stumbled.
better.
She
Lunar saw
stumbled.
it.
I'm glad that
yeah,
you saw
so-
that Elaine was trying to help.
Stumble shrugs it off, one person down. Whatever.
And so
Kind of like you.
Carbuncle. The Carbuncle's like, did they have a gauntlet on?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
We just got that one back.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's true.
Exactly what it sounds like.
This is bad, guys. This is really bad. This
Yeah.
is bad. This is bad.
Yeah,
We need to tell people right away. Did he know you?
It's okay. She has a flashlight. I think she'll be fine.
I think she might need a little bit more than a flashlight here.
Yeah.
So I gotta go talk to the council about this. I suppose I should probably quickly give you your items before you go. Quickly, single file, please hurry up. Who
Okay.
goes first?
Well, I'm gonna head out though. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night, Chelsea.
Good night, Chelsea.
Bye, Chelsea.
It's at this point that Spark steps forward. Alright. Look here, you weird chinchilla thing. I know the stories of my people. We don't have to sign a fucking contract, do we?
No?
Good. I've got my eye on you, Cube.
Okay. And it suddenly disappears.
Shit.
And then it
Wait,
reappears
where's
and
my
goes.
shit?
And then it reappears and goes. Cool.
I'm trying to remember the word. Entropy.
And so Sparm holds out their hand, and a rather larger bubble appears from the ceiling and just slowly drifts down.
Please be the new Mercy skin. Please be the new Mercy skin.
And when it pops, your
Yes.
skin is just completely changed. No, you actually have it pops, and in your grasps is a glove.
So you mean to
It's-
tell me
it's a-
that? But you mean to tell me that Sparm now isn't a beautiful Scandinavian woman with wings?
Nicole,
Yeah.
I'm offended that you didn't think that that's what Spark looked like to begin with.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
I was thinking
I
about
did
how
the
you
research on what your
speaking.
character looks like, and here I thought you'd do the same.
I'm so sorry.
So when it pops open, you see a large golden
And
handpiece.
Doomfist?
Uh,
I'm
Pardon
just
me?
gonna make a joke. Doomfist.
No, and it's funny because like you just saw Burrell with the gauntlet, and it's a nice shiny gauntlet, and what appears in your hand is a nice shiny boxing glove. It's a golden boxing glove with a little target on the fist.
Sparm's fist of fisting.
This is wonderful. Tell me, is this just aesthetically pleasing, or does it serve purpose?
No. We don't give away things purely for aesthetic reasons. We're not. I mean, have you seen the way we dress?
Fair enough. Tell me,
Uh,
strange chinchilla, who may or may not be named Kimbe, what does this thing do?
It changes your melee attack from a basic melee to a 2 dice 6 melee attack.
Ah, I see that you two are a worshiper of the Diam.
Yes, yes. But don't tell anyone.
That 20 be upon you, brother.
Not 20 upon you.
And with that, I put on the glove and say, time to try out my new side smash! And I swing.
And when you do, because your god is me, out of nowhere apparates not a boxing bag, but like a boxing dummy that it just appears right in front of your fist, and when you hit it, it just explodes.
So, you know the really loud, awesome noise that it makes in Super Smash Bros. When you hit something with the baseball, when you hit something with the baseball bat full power?
Yeah, see, when you do your smash attack, that's essentially what you've been given.
Booyah, motherfucker! Falcon Punch!
Yeah, exactly.
So, to break down what just happened there, I now have a punch elite that gives me 2d6.
Yeah.
Booyah. What bonuses would that be?
Strength.
So I can write that. Cool.
Who's next?
Would that be? Yeah, probably blunt. Anyway, sorry.
Choose waddles over.
Nice.
Oh, Mordai was just gonna hold Choose out. This cat needs a new toy.
And Choose just looks like very, very intensely at the carbuncle and goes, "Dog, hi."
And then, so the carbuncle actually moves. Like, it's kind of just sitting in its own little spot. It gets up, it kind of shakes out a little bit, and kind of jumps up onto the barrier. It just kind of looks straight up at Choose and goes, "Dog, hello."
Oh shit!
And it gets scared and it jumps back. And Ellie just got scared too.
I didn't realize Chelsea didn't pet either of these dogs.
That's a shame. And now she's gone.
And so you kind of hold it out, and you do a roll there.
I got a 9.
Yeah, all right. 9, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Okay, cool. So how this is going to work is so a large. I guess for you, it would be a smaller bubble, but a bubble about a little bit larger than your head comes slowly down towards you, and you kind of reach out your little claws, and it pops, and what ends up in your hand is a nice shiny. It's a blade. It's a it almost looks like it's golden, like golden plated, but it's like really dark.
Okay.
And the handle is very comfortable in your grasp, and the carbuncle says, "That there is a luck blade."
Okay.
And so it's a dagger, and it is on 1 per day. You can make a 1d6 roll and add that to any roll or any attack roll that you choose when using that dagger. Like, for example, if like you roll a 13 and it's like, oh, it's not enough, you can go, but wait, I use my luck, and you roll a d6 and you can add to it.
Nice.
And you could do that after you say if it would have hit or not?
Yes.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
neat.
kind of like inspiration. You can use it after.
Thank
Cool.
you. Or I mean, Choose goes, thanks.
Enjoy it. And then so that leaves Stumble and Elaine. And Mordai, of course.
I guess Stumble walks up to the little carbuncle thing. Just kind of like stares at it. I know what you are.
I think we've met. And instantly you remember something you've forgotten a long time ago. It's just south of the Baylor Cascades, in a series of trees. You were stumbling along as you did once upon a time, and off in the distance you saw you almost saw like something move, and you weren't exactly sure what it was, and it was a little far away, and your sight's not the best in the world. And it's odd to you because but you're not really used to like animals really running away from you, but this one did, and you recognize it as that. And the Carbuncle says, "You and I go way back."
I don't trust things that run from me.
And it's kind of taken back by that for a sec, and and it kind of, again, it hunches over a little bit and says, "Unfortunately, that's part of my nature." And when it says that, it pops another bubble down, and I need you to roll a d20.
14.
Cool.
And Stumble's still getting this little shit thing of shifty eyes.
Right, and when that bubble starts to come down, you see how big it is. It's a really big bubble. It's like longer than you are. And you put out your hand and it pops in your hand, and when it does, a staff lands in your hand. And when it does, I'm trying to decide here. Yeah, okay, so when it does, you notice a very large white staff. And it's almost like a creamy white. And at the very end of it is a mushroom head.
Oh.
And it's like it's a very wide cap, like a mushroom cap, with red head and white polka dots on it. And it is a.
Could it be like an umbrella for him? Is it like
no?
Oh.
It would be like almost the diameter of a small plate. So it'd be like that. So it would be, but actually, let's say it's a little bit smaller than that. It's about like your fist.
All right. I'm gonna give it to my squirrel to have him inspect it real quick. So just gonna lay it on the ground, and then I'm gonna turn back to this little furry thing and be like, "Hey, what does it do? Why did you do this to me?"
That is a magic quarterstaff, and I'm just actually gonna read this out for you. It gives you +2 attack bonus. Bonus to attack and damage rolls. While you have it. You gain +2 to spell attack rolls.
+2 to spell and attack rolls?
Yep.
Okay.
It has 50 charges per day, which is a lot.
It's a lot.
It regains 46 +2 extended charges daily at dawn.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Once you become attuned to it, you'll kind of learn a little bit more about it.
Okay, so is this all? Did I miss something?
Funny you say that. No, it doesn't. It will start to react to something, but you'll find out about that after.
Huh.
You have a feeling it might act like a plant.
Oh. Well, then I'm gonna keep it close.
Yeah. Next
Okay. That would be Elaine. And Elaine is going to step up and she's going to say to it, are you able to come out here from beyond the barrier at all?
Yes.
She's going
Why?
to pull out her journal and she's going to pull out an inkwell and say, Can you leave an impression on my journal? And she's going to open to a blank page for, like, hoping for a paw print from...
You're looking for an autograph.
An autograph, but also a paw print of something she didn't know actually existed. Like, this is proof of existence type of thing.
Okay, so it's a little sassy and it's a little like I am so important. And it's not like, oh, look at me, I'm so important, but it's just like I am so important and this child is asking me this. Like it's like a little offended by it. And so when it does, it actually instead of when it does you get your inkwell out, and it dips its tail into the inkwell, and it does begrudgingly do what you ask. It actually it kind of applies it to its paw and stamps it down on onto to a page, and with the remaining ink on its tail, it writes out a little message for you saying, I exist.
And Elaine is going to like squee a little bit and then be like, thank you.
And so yeah, and it kind of just jumps back. It looks a little annoyed. And then it looks towards Mordai.
Hooray!
That is a very fancy coat.
Yes.
But I feel like you're not exactly yourself in that, are you? Sure, you can be charismatic, but that's not the real you, is it? And then a massive bubble appears. And you kind of like hold out your arms for it, and it pops. And when it does, it like a leather suit that kind of falls out of it. And you notice it's like very scaly. Like
Bro,
the leather.
You got new gear. You're going over.
Yeah, like it maybe looks like the Carbuncle might have been a fan at one point. So it gives you like some menacing looking armor, and it's very similar to the armor you previously had that you would wear when you're not wearing your coat. It's got a little bit more advantage to it. Going over means you are scheduled to like win and get famous and all that. Anyway, so the armor, it looks like kind of a scaly. It looks kind of menacing until you see the helmet that comes with it. It's almost like a hood. It's got several pieces to it. It's got leggings. It's got like a coat that's like pretty menacing looking. But the coat actually has a hood, and it actually has kind of like it allows for your horns to kind of come out. I know your horns are fairly large. It accommodates your horns, and and it's almost like it's a dark brown, dark bloodish red, and it's kind of looks like dark flames are kind of like on the side of it, and I would call this the demon's attire.
Nice.
Just a thing really quickly, so I don't forget. What damage does the luck blade do?
It is. Well,
Is it the same as like a regular old dagger?
No.
Oh.
While you're doing that, also, does the staff do any damage, or is it just there to like be aesthetically pleasing?
It does. I actually just had it up, and I'll have to find it again.
Oh.
Because I wouldn't mind a little just mushroom symbol thingy.
Yeah, I mean, it is a magical, like a quarterstaff, so you can use it like a traditional quarterstaff.
All right.
I think you could probably find the traditional quarterstaff.
Oh, so just that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, use it like a quarterstaff, but with their magical abilities.
Cool.
Is the staff like +1 or anything? Or, I forget if it's a staff that you use as a magical implement, would a +1 even count on like a melee attack?
It's actually, well, what we'll do is it's a traditional. It's not what it says here, but what actually might work is you can make for Addy, you can make a +1 to any rolls, like attack rolls, as well as like spells.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and it's also got some other abilities that you'll find out about later.
Cool.
The luck blade. Hold on. 5th edition dagger.
I think they're 1d4.
Yeah, they're 1d4 normally.
Yeah, it's a 3d4.
Holy shit!
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
Now, is Elaine going to be getting something other than the autograph?
Oh yeah.
Before
so again, the carbuncle kind of looks a little offended at you. It's like, you want something else?
Elaine nods and says, "Yes, so something else would be nice too."
And it kind of just it kind of rubs its paws together a little bit. Ooh, this is handy. We'll do that later. Yeah, roll a d20 for me.
Okay. That would be an 18.
Cool. All right. So a bubble. Let's see here. Oh, duh. Yeah, cool. All right. So a bubble appears. Actually, I need to look the stats up on that. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Location. Come on. Oh no. What's your
silver fur?
Sorry? I just need to make sure this is balanced. Elaine, what is your spell DC?
14.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so when the bubble pops in your hand, something a little alarming happens. So when it pops, a necklace appears. And when it does, it looks a little familiar. It's the necklace that you took off for Choose, and it just kind of burns in your hand a little bit. Just for a second, and then it disappears. And what takes its place is a set of earrings. And they're gorgeous. They are... they're small, very, very minimalistic in the metal. It's a hoop, not a hoop. Sorry, it's a hook.
Okay.
With a clasp, and then these two gorgeous, one on each one. They almost look like glowing red stones. And they... Now, I think you already have something for this as well. Good day. The stones, they glow like a nice, warm... Oh, my dog just farted so bad. Live recording, love it. This is why I want to do a podcast, so I can edit. So yeah, when you see it, it's glowing bright red, and it will give you +3
to my spell DC.
Yes.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, and you have. Now let me just look at your sheet here. You have Elaine. No, that's Lunar. You have something else that has to do with fire. Oh yes, never mind. I recall. Cool. All right, so that's what that does.
The +3, nothing else.
Not that you know of right now.
Okay. And Elaine is going to look around and then look directly at the Carbuncle and say, Did you see it change what it was?
What are you talking about? Now, keep in mind, that was when you walk up ahead, you think that they might see it, but it was you were kind of in the way.
Okay. So the Carbuncle would be the only one that would have a view of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it said, what are you talking about, I'd like to make an inside check to see if it's full of shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 16 plus 2. That's 18.
Yeah, you feel like it's being a little bit of a trickster to you. You can't quite tell. I think you think that it was kind of teasing you for asking for an autograph.
I think that it what for asking?
It was teasing you for asking for an autograph.
Okay.
But now you actually have an autograph from a Carbuncle.
Yes. So Elaine is going to put her face as close to the barrier she could without actually touching it, and go, why did it change like that? What is this?
Mysteries, spoilers. You best be going on. I'm sure you guys are hungry. You better head to the Republic cafeteria? Is that what they call it? The food's not always great. I have to get going to go talk to the council now. And
Okay,
it's just kind of like... Yeah, go ahead.
before we go somewhere else, does the leather armor do anything other than look dope as shit? Like, not to echo an earlier question, just...
Oh, I apologize. You actually asked that, and I didn't get to it. Yeah, so we just got to look at the leather armor here.
What is my dex mod? Because that...
Yeah, actually, it does something else, too. I wanted to get to that.
I hope so, because that's a little bit of a drop in AC for me.
No. So, you wouldn't... sorry, I'm being really loud. Yeah, you wouldn't have any drop in AC. Sorry, I'm trying to find... Because what do you have now? You have...
So I bounce back and forth between chainmail and the fancy jacket. That's not what it's called. What's it called? The flashy
isn't it
jacket.
fancy coat? Oh, flashy jacket, right. Right. Let's see your... Or die. I need to actually just check, because you have... where's your armor?
So I generally carry a shield. So with my chainmail on, I'd be AC 18.
Yeah, you receive your AC is now 19 when you're wearing it.
Nice.
And you're already resistance to fire.
Yeah.
You're also now resistant to necrotic damage.
Nice.
So write that down.
Is that AC 19 with the shield?
Normally wouldn't be, or would it? No, because your shield is 2, right?
Let's see. Shield is +2. The chainmail by itself is AC 16, so I think the 18 that I recorded is armor plus shield.
Yeah, so with the shield it'd be 19.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the Warhammer is a one-handed weapon.
The Warhammer is...
Oh, that's 2.
So it's 1d8 if I'm wielding it one-handed, or if I stow the shield and wield it two-handed, it's 1d10.
Right. All right. And we'll just keep track of that later on.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, and so once you kind of got that, it looked kind of annoyed. Not only at the Elaine for asking for an autograph right after this Borel thing just happened, because again, like your friend was just kind of kidnapped of nowhere. Oh yeah. And
Kidnapped out of nowhere, and then you gave me something that came from the kidnapper, and then it switched into something else. So I'm also worried about you right now.
Oh, so have we been together long enough to say we're friends? I don't...
Yeah, you're buds. You're buds.
Stumble really doesn't... I mean,
getting there.
Stumble likes Choose, but like everyone else is...
Choose
not a people person.
Choose thinks that all of you are their friend.
I think we need to get in a couple more scraps before Mordai really trusts everyone as a friend, but Mordai definitely trusts Sparmp from the Shatterdome, and mostly trusts Choose on account of wearing them as a hat most of the time.
Keep in mind also that you guys were in a band together. You guys got off the ship together. True. Yeah, you nearly escaped death together. You did escape death.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait,
you nearly escaped.
Narrowly.
Sorry, I'm a little exhausted. Narrowly escaped death, and there might be actually a little bit more story behind the boat, as well.
We need to do an episode 0 sometime. How we got on.
Did anyone think to read the back of the book then?
And it's at that moment you hear your god calling, and go, shh.
Yes, my lord and savior.
Let it be so. Right, and so it's at that point the carbuncle disappears.
Choose lets out like a half-hearted small scream.
Then you kind of hear a noise behind you.
Shoosh. Pap.
Yeah, you hear kind of like a pop behind you.
What?
Okay,
What?
Elaine's gonna turn to look at it.
And when you all do,
Gonna be-
and you turn and you see nothing, you just see the elevator door.
Is the elevator door now open?
Yep. And when you turn around, the shop is gone.
Elaine is gonna sigh and say, I'm not even surprised anymore. And she's gonna walk into the elevator.
And you're just like starting to Jones for a drink. Okay, so you guys get into the elevator, and there's only one button on the elevator. Like, you didn't really notice before because Jerry pressed the button. But there's no up or down. You just one button.
Mordai pushes the button.
All right. So I need to make a check here. Right. So you beat its AC. You press the button. Great job. So that's 50 experience points. Write that down. But remember, this is a game where the points don't matter and the rules are made up.
Write it down.
Yeah, write that down. So when the door shuts, and last time when you entered the elevator, you kind of went light speed, and the lights were kind of trailing past you. This time, you just you feel like it's descending a little bit, and you just kind of see this. It looks like nebula off in the distance. Stars. Yeah, stars, and
Space.
Could you do that in the voice of Choose?
Space.
Nice.
Space.
Yeah, so you open it, so that you go down the elevator and the door opens. And when you do, it's a very bright white room again. You see an abundance of tables and chairs that are actually empty, and it's very, very clean. It kind of looks like IKEA if you go to the IKEA cafeteria.
Oh.
And you see this person behind a cafeteria kind of line. It's got like all the serving trays and stuff like that, kind of like a buffet. And you see, in total you see two people, one person at the end of the line and one person kind of there serving the food. And you see a bunch of trays and cutlery on the right-hand side.
Well, if no one else is going to jump right in, Spark's going to chow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Mordai gets in line.
Choose jumps to the front of the line.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Choose does not grab a plate. Choose does not grab cutlery. Choose just like hops on a tray, so like hard that it scoots down the line.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're gonna need to make an athletics check on that.
An athletics check?
Yeah.
Are you sure not an acrobatics check?
Either or.
It's very dexterous and beautiful motion. Why do I do these things? Wait, where's acrobatics? Oh, there. Hey, that's a 25.
Yeah, so when you do, you just kind of you hop up and you grab a tray as you're landing, and you're almost like a pro. You're almost like Tony Hawk, but you're like Tony Coon. And you just kind of grab the tray and you kind of slip it under your feet, and you do a grind all the way down up to the person standing there. And up to this point, you've kind of experienced a lot of different. Oh, excuse me. a lot of different staff working for the Republic. Not a whole lot of like real official like artificers, and you notice that. But this person you notice does not look magical at all. And they are huge. They're probably 400 pounds of like pretty big muscle. And one thing you notice is one of its arms is actually mechanical. It looks like it might have lost its arm at one point. And they kind of just like have this like it's not like no one would really view it as like a prosthetic, because it's just like to them it's just part of their arm. And it's kind of like quickly serving, like it's kind of got like its spoon kind of like spinning at a really fast rate, and it looks at Choose and goes, "Hi, what can I get you today?"
Food, please.
What's that?
Food, please.
Yeah, I got your food here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of food would you like there?
Food.
Yeah. No, I get you. And don't worry, I understand. I get it. But what kind of food would you care for?
Something hearty for the cat, if you please.
All food, please.
Okay, now, and so it actually like looks at you and it's kind of looking down at what it has, and there's like a series of really nice meats that you kind of recognize, and they look really well done, and tons of like roasted vegetables, a nice area of fruit, and it kind of just looks down at the raccoon in question here, and with its metal claw. It's funny because it's got like a metal hand, and out of its hand is like a claw that's able to grab food, and it kind of just extends over and plops it onto the tray that Choose is standing on, and it gives them a nice assortment of some roasted like yams and roasted like squash and like zucchini with a couple of like nice little berries on there. Some berries you don't think you've ever really seen, but they look really, really good, and they smell like really tart.
Thanks.
And so this person who's when you look back up to them, they have their name tag. It says Naomi on it. And they say, don't forget to get your potion from the till, just ask them to. Oh, they're new. What's their name again? Hey, what's your name again? I can't remember. I'm trying to tell the customers. And over on the other side, you hear, it's Bethany. I've told you 4 times, Bethany. You kind of hear like a labored voice.
Bethany.
Yeah, and Naomi is like, You can really tell Naomi doesn't want to be here. And Naomi is just like, well, I really, really hope you enjoy your food today. We processed it with the utmost care. And kind of looks at you, Mordai, who's right behind Choose, and goes, "Hi there. Welcome to the cafeteria. What can I get you today?"
Would you be able to do a chicken Caesar salad?
I have chicken. I have salad. I have anchovies. I have lemons. I don't have any ranch or seeds or dressings.
Honestly, if you give me lettuce and chicken, I'm good.
Yeah, okay, I can do that for you. I get you, bud. I get you, bud. And so, with their hand, they kind of grab, and like very skillfully was just like able to like latch onto a really nice plump piece of chicken, and grab some lettuce, and was able to. And it's a nice looking lettuce too, and drizzles a little bit of olive oil over top of it, and while it's on your tray, and it's actually like for how quick of an action, the presentation's actually really nice. So you can kind of tell that like Naomi's like really just doesn't want to be there. Well, there you go. Be sure to get your potion over from Barbara.
Bethany?
Bethany, yes.
Yes, thank.
Yeah, thank you, darling. And like, again, just like, does not want to be there, and kind of just like, it almost looks like Naomi is half asleep. And Naomi just kind of looks over at Elaine and goes, "Hey, darling, what can I get you?"
What would your favorite thing to get here be?
Oh, I don't really.
The fuck out.
I don't. what the charming one said. And kind of looks at you and winks.
I wink back.
and for the first time, you see Naomi actually have an emotion, and kind of just giggles a little bit, and Naomi's cheeks get a little blush, and hey, hun, and says, "Well, you know, if I don't really eat here per se, but if I were gonna eat something, I guess." I would have the stew. The stew is really hearty, and it really just sticks to your ribs.
Okay, I'll try this stew.
All right, and so it opens up kind of like a little container that has a nice, and when it opens, you're just kind of assaulted with a nice flavor profile hitting your nose, and it's Naomi's grappling arm kind of retracts into their hand, and out comes a ladle, and they ladle up a big helping of stew, and they kind of just like it kind of just pours into your tray, and again, very, very clean. You'd expect something like that to be very crude. And goes, "There you go. Would you like a little bit of crackers on top?"
No, thank you.
Okay, darling. Now don't forget to grab your little potion from
Bethany.
Bethany. Yeah, Bethany. Thank you, darling.
Okay, thank you.
And looks over at Stumble, and it's kind of looking down a little bit, and Stumble's kind of looking up at Naomi, I'm guessing, and goes, "Oh, can you hear me down there?"
Not well.
"I'm sorry. I'm speak up for you."
Thank you, tall
How
bun.
you doing, darling? Can I get you some food?
Something plant-based, please.
Absolutely, darling. And
oh god, are we adventuring with a vegan?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so it actually just gives you a really nice, pretty much gives you the same thing that Chew's got, just a nice assortment of roasted veggies and some really nice fruit.
All right. As Stumble takes the vegetables and fruit, he's gonna look up at Sparm, look back to Naomi. Get it!
And and Naomi kind of just looks a little taken back by that and goes, don't forget to get your potion from Belinda.
Billie Jean, I think it was.
Billy
Billy sounds
Jean.
right.
Get it from Billy. Get your thing from Billy.
No, it's Billie Jean, I'm pretty sure.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, Billie Jean is not my lover.
Oh my gosh. Stumble's gonna stumble away.
Okay. And so finally it gets to Sparp. And Naomi goes, "Well, hey there.
Hi.
I'm a pretty big fan. I was wondering if I could maybe get your autograph or something."
I lean onto the counter. You know what? I think you can.
You get what?
You know what? I think you can. I'm sorry, I thought I had the microphone close to my mouth.
That's awesome. And Naomi gets all fluttery, and they're like, "Whoo!" And it's actually like turns around, grabs a piece of paper, and a pen, and kind of hands it out to you.
And I sign to the magnificent Naomi. May your life turn out as great as your cooking smells. The fantastical Smart.
And Naomi just goes, I'll cherish this forever. Look, I'm gonna post it on the back wall here, and kind of just like tapes it onto this very plain white wall with like nothing on it at all except for this just note from Sparp. And they kind of just look back. They look back and they kind of just admire it from afar as they're at their serving station.
Should put up more drawings back there. Maybe like pictures from kids. Give the place a little character.
We
like a family-friendly vibe.
We don't exactly get kids over this part.
Didn't say it had to be your kids.
I don't have children yet.
Oh.
And it's at that point, Naomi goes, "Darling, what can I get you?"
Protein, starch, alcohol, cheese.
Oh well, darling, I have protein, but and I have some potatoes here, but I don't know if we got any alcohol, and we're not really supposed to serve any cheese here.
It's fine.
And so Naomi then looks around and then looks over at Bethany and to see if Bethany's looking, and then out of their hand kind of grabs some like different assortments of meat. Like there's a couple of chicken breasts in there, what looks to be a steak, and some like bacon, and some like roasted potatoes, and then it's kind of like eyeing over to see if they could see anything, and kind of looks back at you and winks again, and just kind of just reaches underneath the serving station and pulls out a slice of cheesecake.
I want you to know that no matter what it costs, I'm going to give you the full 5 stars on Yelp.
Oh, thanks, darling. And Naomi's like Naomi's kind of like shaking, except for their metal arm, which is like not moving at all. And so y'all kind of shuffle over really awkwardly because Choose is in the front of the line and Mordai is just kind of like pushing the tray. Because with a roll like that, Choose is still skateboarding. And it's getting like some epic grinds and like ×4 combo breakers. And so you guys make your way up to Bethany, and Bethany's
pop punk is inexplicably playing.
Yeah. Yeah, actually you hear some like pop, like generic pop punk that you've never heard before.
She suddenly craves pizza, which they've never had.
What's that?
Oh, I was just joking that Shoe suddenly craves pizza, which they've never had.
Yeah, never. And you're not exactly sure if pizza exists here.
Bad.
My quest.
Yet. And so you get up to Bethany, who looks like they're maybe 18. And they look kind of scared, like not at anyone or like they've been abused or anything, but more like this looks like it could be like their first day on the job.
Oh God.
and in front of you see it almost looks like a till, but instead of like a cash register where you'd exchange money for goods, you just see there is 30 vials standing in like kind of in a stand in front of you. And so we're going to play a little bit of Battleship for this. For each of you, you're going to list a letter and then a number. So you're going to list a letter from A to F and then
W69.
Yeah. So you just like
frozen stuff. I know what happened to Sparm, but no one else.
No one else will. All right, we'll leave it at that. So yeah, you guys get to read. You get to like pick one potion from A to F, and then 1 to 5. All right, so you grab the D2, so you kind of read it out the 4th row. You go to the 4th, and you go down to the the 4th column, 2nd row, and you grab it.
I would also like to note that I specifically go out of my way to look over at Bethany and be like, "You're doing a fantastic job, by the way.
You're doing amazing, sweetie."
Thank you.
Thank you for your service, Billy Joel.
It's
Bethany.
It's are you sure? That's not what I heard. Oh, they're both frozen. Are they frozen for you?
Yes, they're both frozen.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm the DM now. You all find yourselves in the woods. There's no one around. You all look to the left and you spot him.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I crit.
What do you do?
As a vegan, I don't approve of cannibalism of any sort. So
I think that I'll be safe because lately he's only been yelling Nazis.
Oh, hey, you're
Welcome
back. Okay,
We're back. I'm back.
I crit to seduce Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, so
you
we
no
actually
longer have to battle actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Good game, everyone.
Yeah. We'll
actually
check this one.
There's the Phantom Me in this hangout. Oh, they're gone now. That's good.
Here they go.
Okay, so all right, so you guys pick out a series of potions. You haven't really been told what they do yet.
Who needs to know things?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Right?
And Bethany just kind of cowers a little bit and goes, I think they help you with your stats or something. I don't really know. I kind of feel like that's some kind of information I'm not supposed to know.
I see that you too are a worshiper of the Diam.
Yeah, there's a few of us. We kind of gather on every Tuesday.
May the luck of the D20 always be on your side.
You too. We gather for tacos.
Taco Tuesday, a famous Diam tradition.
Yes, of course. And so you guys can you can drink them now or drink them later. You might need them later. One thing I know is they only last for a day.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know.
I'm thirsty. I'm gonna drink it.
Okay, cool. You drank the...
I drank D2.
All right.
Well,
I need to get your sheet up. With that, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So your temporary intelligence modifier is now +1. You kind of just like your head just feels like it expanded greatly, and you feel like that you have all the power of a mark.
You said that my intelligence modifier just went up by 1?
Yeah.
Oh! Fine, I do say that this beverage is quite adequate to my taste palate, yes. Good day to you.
Yeah, there's always a bit of a mixed reaction for everyone.
Quite.
And so you guys all kind of... What's that?
I was just going to say Elaine is going to open it up, take a sniff, look in it, and see if she could discern what hers does.
Yeah, so you think yours might have something to do with Constitution.
Okay.
Stumble is going to hand this off to Elaine to see if she can do the same. Stumble doesn't want to open that shit.
Okay. She's going to open it up.
Yeah, so stumbles might have to do with something with strength.
Okay. So Elaine's going to say that it has something to do with strength.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a weak little guy, though.
Maybe you won't be for it, eh? And she hands it back to him. Closed,
Nice.
Of course.
Yep. And I will put it back in my bag.
Oh, God. I just realized.
What?
Yeah, so far so good.
Mordai has a question.
Yep.
So the chainmail armor conferred disadvantage on stealth, and this new leather armor
does not.
It does not?
No.
Dope.
Well then, my merry band of chums, shall we quit gallivanting around this potion stand and perhaps sit down to enjoy our meals in a more adequate setting?
So, as Sparm so uncharacteristically stated, do you guys sit down?
But did everybody get their potions?
Not everyone's. So yeah, I think everyone's gotten theirs. I don't know if they're drinking it all. I think the only person who's really drinking it is Sparp.
Okay.
You just haven't tested yours.
Okay.
That's why I gave it to Elaine. She knows shit.
So your potion, funny enough, might have to do. I just assume that because you're a raccoon, you kind of just like hold it up to Elaine and go, "What?"
Help, please. Yes. Okay. So we eat food.
You have a feeling it might have to do with something with dexterity.
Oh, something with dexterity.
Yeah.
Dope.
Sweet.
Oh, look at that pop.
That's a good pop.
Oh.
Let's put you in. Oh.
And after telling that to choose, Elaine will turn to Mordai and say, "Would you like me to?"
If you could, if you don't mind, if you have a minute.
Problem. And she takes it and examines it.
Yeah,
What
so
about
when
like asking kids to do things? It feels weird.
when you do that, you feel like it might have to do with charisma.
Oh, that's fun.
Ah.
So she gives it back and says, "Oh, it has to do with charisma. Look at you. Sounds about right for you."
That sounds like a gaming abstraction. I'm in.
So when you guys all sit down, and it's really quiet, and you guys are just kind of begin eating. Maybe like, are you guys all just kind of like chowing down as much as you can?
This particular blend of spices against these particular meats happens to really bring out the umami textures within. I happen to quite like it. Yes.
I imagine Choose is just like going nuts.
Oh yeah, Choose is just eating.
And how Choose got to the table is like, instead of having more dye pick it up, pick up the tray, it actually just kind of kick flipped everything and just landed onto the table.
Man,
and that's the table that everyone decides to sit down at.
Choose is so cool.
Yeah.
Maybe like a stale fish or a fakey.
Yeah, I was thinking like a shove it.
Like a pop shove it, maybe?
Yeah, pop shove it. And when you guys sit down, when you guys sit down, the absence of Lunar is kind of growing on you. You're not exactly sure what's happened.
I forgot about Lunar.
You're not exactly sure what's gone down. Okay. So Sparp will just be kind of hanging by. And so you guys are not exactly sure what to do. As you guys were saying before, you're not exactly like the best friends with each other yet. You've been through some shit. You've played in a band together, and like I think that's one thing that's really kind of drawn you guys together is playing music.
So Elaine is gonna say, the last time she disappeared for a while, I think that it might have something to do with the Cabal, and now someone from that. What?
Wait, no shit. Mordai doesn't know that.
Yes. And now it happened again, and I kind of feel like she's just gonna come back to us on her own. I don't really think that there's anything we could do except for doing what we already planned and fighting the Cabal, and either she'll show up to help us or we'll save her doing our normal mission.
I mean, is there something you know about this that you haven't exactly volunteered yet?
Well, she told me that when she was gone, she had a crazy dream, but I kind of feel like it wasn't a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it was related to... It sounded pretty similar, her dream, to stuff that your old manager told us.
Aha. Well, that's
So I don't know if she knew that she was going to be abducted here, or if her dream actually happened, or like if her dream was just a premonition to now, but something about the Cabal is happening with her, and I'm worried for her. But I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can tell if it's. I don't know if I can tell if it's good or bad that there seems to be a connection between her repeated disappearances.
Yeah.
Seems like kind of a mixed bag.
Especially with this one too, because it's like it was literally Burrell popping out of nowhere and just yoink.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not even hiding it from you.
Does anyone have any idea where she might have been taken? Anyone know Burrell that well?
Okay, so it's at this point, Jer walks into the room and goes, I was wondering where you all went. We have, oh, sorry, that's not his voice at all. I was wondering where you all went. Let's sit down. We have reason to believe that Lunar has disappeared. Oh. Okay. Lunar's already gone. We knew that. And we might have information on where she is.
Go on.
Well,
We have reason to believe we've spotted Burrell, one of the Cabal members, within the city limits.
Yes.
Oh, you already
Yes, you
know
did.
that, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
they at though?
we believe that that Burrell was with someone who didn't have a gauntlet on. They only get to a couple of minutes before they're spotted, usually, so it's hard for them to kind of. They don't normally stick around in one place for too often, but they were seen around the Tilted Guild. Your first mission is going to be investigating the disappearance of Lunar.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm invested in seeing that get done.
I guess.
Yeah, you're not exactly stoked on the whole thing, or you stumble.
Oh no. Not with that gauntlet wearing thing that keeps on like taking people, and I'm not about that life. Not about mysterious disappearances.
no, it's chill. It's okay.
So Jared's kind of giving you as much information as he can, basically saying that basically they were last spotted at the Tilted Kilt. You do also have those two merchants who said they'd be willing to help you get you out to the Cascades. They may know information. The bartender might know some information. Ellie. And so it's pretty good, easy. Or it's a pretty safe bet, rather, that if there's information to be found, you can find it at the Tilted Kilt. Boppers. Okay. At this point, I'm going to just take a quick break. Ellie, I think, needs to go outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ellie, want to go outside? Yeah? Outside? Yeah. Whoa. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Y'all just play nice.
Well, I think I found Mordai's voice a little bit, so that's dope.
Hmm?
I think I found Mordai's voice a little bit. That is dope.
Mordai has a voice? What is voice?
Oh shit. How do I do it? Damn it, now I can't think how to do it.
When I was thinking about a voice for Stumble, I couldn't like get past the like stereotypical "get off my lawn, kids," and that's just I don't want to do that every time.
That's not the gnome you want to be.
It's not the gnome I want to be. That's not the gnome Stumble deserves to be.
Well, you know, you gotta find the gnome that Stumble is.
Yeah. Stumble just wants to, you know, save the trees and dabble in eco-terrorism and, you know, help the trees and animal life. That's the kind of gnome he is.
See. Lunar probably sang to some trees at some point.
Probably drunk.
Oh, no, definitely drunk.
Definitely drunk.
Let's be clear here. That we have seen Lunar sober a little bit.
I kind of, in the direction I'm taking Stumble, I don't know if I want to take him there, but I really want him to dabble into eco-terrorism.
Yeah.
He might get there. just forewarning.
So, Jay, remember when you helped build Burrell?
Yeah, and then Burrell almost immediately helped nearly kill Mordai.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I just looked at Burrell again and noticed Elaine has, of course, 1 damage dealing cantrip, and she has 1 damage dealing spell. The damage dealing spell Elaine has is an auto hitting damage dealing spell. Burrell has the 1 spell specifically made to stop the auto hit. God damn it, Jay. I blame you.
It's almost definitely my fault, but
like,
I got nothing.
It's good that when we fought him, I decided, since he seemed too powerful for us, not to use Magic Missile. I was like, okay, Magic Missile will not work. Let's try Charm. Because I was like, I could hit you and do as much damage as I could possibly do, and still probably won't dent you.
Yeah, that was probably a good call.
But now I know, even though it could have done, like, even if it dented, he could just be like, yeah, no, stop. And it just wouldn't attack at all.
A friend asked me, hey, do you want to help me build a character?
That's true. I would always help with that.
You should maybe think through that, you know?
I'm sorry.
Could this be put in my game against me?
What if I had considered that with each of the other people who asked me that same question?
Well, it would be easy. You would go, are they my DM? No. I could be.
Mm-hmm.
Is this person likely to fuck me over? They're in my party, so yes.
Well, you know what? Trey, at least you know now, so going forward, I expect you to not help Russ. If anything, help him and give him bad suggestions.
Nah. Oh, always make as OP of enemies as you could.
Oh yeah, it just makes winning that much more satisfying.
Exactly. Like,
Nobody's
I gotta
helping.
say, when we realized, oh shit, we can't fight these guys, and then somehow, oh, you're our friends now. This is weird. Like, that was fucking cool.
Like, I'm sorry, you don't get the flaming, raging, poisoning sword of doom by fighting goblins.
Yes.
Speaking of things that don't segue well whatsoever, where did Nicole and Russ go, and what did I miss?
Had to let the dog out, and you missed us eating, and then Jer walked in and was like, hey, I think I saw Burrell. I think he, took your friend. We were like, yeah.
And we were
no
like,
shit.
yeah, we know.
So I
We were
missed
like,
fuck
yeah,
all,
get
essentially?
Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry, so me and my roommate have been talking about making dinner for like 4 hours, and finally my stomach was like, hey, asshole! Hey, asshole! Oh, well, yeah, apparently my roommates just did that too, so it was like, I'm sorry, I have to go and fucking help make dinner like I said I would before I was like, oh shit, that's right, I have D&D tonight.
What food did you make?
We're making pancakes. Essentially, we decided I'd do the batter, he'd actually make them. I decided to throw in, we made the 12 to 16 servings, so I threw in 5 teaspoons of brown sugar and 3 shakes of cinnamon to hopefully spice them up a little bit.
Ooh, you should have had vanilla. Vanilla and pancakes are
If
good.
I had vanilla, dude, that's something I've been meaning to get, but I can't find it for like what in my mind is cheap enough.
Dollar Tree should have it if you have a
I haven't seen it and noticed it, and I'm trying to explain it in a way that doesn't make me seem like an oblivious dipshit, which in reality is the story.
Huh.
Yeah, no. Chris, remind my dumb ass to get some vanillas. Thank you, Chris.
Vanilla
I appreciate that.
Lives.
Thank you for informing me that I need to get this thing. I appreciate it. Stop! Sorry, just bonding with my roommate.
It's all good.
No, I muted it for a minute, so that goddamn.
That startled me.
Me too. I mean, we all bond through fire. It's fine.
Our smoke
Fire,
detector's
smoke
really
it.
sensitive. Really sensitive.
Ours
Like, we're
was
talking
at,
like peak of exposure therapy sensitive.
ours was at the last place that we lived too. That was a real good joke though. But like,
Thank you. I thought you'd appreciate it.
I did. But it was like, oh, I'm making pasta and the water's boiling and there's a little bit of steam. And it was like, so.
We, if you don't turn on the little fan above the stove, which is something me and my roommate both do, admittedly me more than him, because we're both a little oblivious at times for reasons. Yeah, no, if we forget to turn that fucking fan on, the thing just goes ape shit. And it sucks. I love you, Chris.
There you go.
Ooh.
Look at that, bring me pancakes. That's how I know I found someone good. They bring me pancakes.
Y'all's married.
Shar has brought me pancakes. You have brought me pancakes.
I have.
Uh,
Granted, I startled you awake with pancakes.
dude, it's fine. Like, pancakes.
I was just so excited that I'd made you pancakes.
I understand that. But you have to understand, when I wake up, it takes me 10 minutes, or it takes me like at least a good 5 minutes to just remember everything. And I don't mean like, oh shit, where are my keys? I mean like, Who am I? What is reality? What reality am I in?
Yeah.
How do I breathe? How do I move? Why do my balls itch? What am I supposed to do about that?
So screaming pancakes was not like the most ideal way to wake you up.
Before I could even figure out who I was, I knew pancakes. It's not that the discovery of pancakes was a bad thing in any circumstance. It just, things came in the wrong order and I panicked.
Sorry.
My first knowledge of the day was pancakes. There's at least 5 other things I need to figure out before I can even, like, conceptualize what pancakes are.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault that I'm an alien discovering human life for the very first time every time I awaken from a deep slumber. How are you to know that, like, I was actually Every 30 Seconds to Mars album in disguise? Let's be real, that's what they all were. That's what they, or not 30 Seconds to Mars, fucking Blink-182 guys band.
Angels and
Angels
Airwaves?
and Airwaves! Every Angels and Airwaves album ever. Let's be real, that's what they were all about.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tom Long Dong has a fascination with aliens.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you didn't know.
You know
Speaking of
And
aliens,
you know what? 10 minutes later, when reality had conceptualized and I understood, I had pancakes and I was pretty jazzed about that.
Yay, but speaking of aliens,
y'all should listen to Kesh's new album.
I want to so bad.
And
Okay,
it's
but
relevant
doesn't
to the
every-
last song's on Spaceship.
Like, doesn't every journey of discovery just sound that much more entertaining with Tom DeLonge voice?
Hello there. Welcome to these aliens. They're deep in space.
If I had my own world, I'd fill it with wealth and desire.
Perfect.
I'm so happy that this
I'd
happened.
spread it with more than not fire. Actual lyrics. I know this because that song was in a Tony Hawk game and I played the fuck out of.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I think it was American Wasteland. I think.
Speaking
God.
of wastelands,
Yeah.
things to worry about your DM saying. So you guys,
that's Spark's homeland.
Archmage Jer kind of leaves you guys be. He prances towards the. That's not what Archmage Jer was supposed to be, but the way I envision Archmage Jer is Patrick Stewart. So Patrick Stewart just prancing away towards the elevator is just a really lovely thought, and I'm not gonna. For me, it's canon.
Canon for me.
Yeah. And so you guys decide, you know what? You guys have had your delicious food. You've been able to scrump down all your delicious delights. Choose is almost satisfied with the amount of food that Choose has eaten.
That, yeah.
Hey.
And you're like, Sparmp is like super about the cheesecake. And is looking back at dear old Naomi.
I just realized that I'm not muted. Oh dear.
No. And so you guys decide to head back down to the elevator, and when you do, you hit the button, and the button it'll bring you straight back down to the main floor, where when the door opens, a couple of things you notice. And actually, let's get some perception checks. I know I've been getting a few of those, but y'all need to perceive some stuff for me.
Could I passive perception it?
You could.
As soon as I figure out what I did with my D20, oh, there it is. Never mind.
I'm gonna go with my 17.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay. So Sparp is just looking down at his tummy, and it's just really full. And it's like, oh, well, that was quite good.
I like to imagine that. Well, I'd say that was quite delicate. Oh.
Yeah.
Who knew that I had such wonderful tone?
So, Choose is kind of blinded by the light happening from their goggles.
That's fine.
His juice also revved up like a deuce.
No, see, Choose's goggles are able to detect magic, and they are like lit, fam. So Choose is actually finding it pretty hard to find anything. Ellie. No. What?
Ellie has needs, and they will be met. Damn it.
So Choose sees that, and everyone else kind of sees a couple of things. You see Jerry and Jer, and that wasn't meant to be. That's pure coincidence. Are both on the floor, and they seem unconscious. They don't seem dead, but they seem unconscious. Oh, Ellie, come on. And at the end of the hallway, you see a bright light coming from the door, and a shadow. And actually, stumble. You notice that the door is broken. It's been like broken down, and you see a figure standing tall at the doorway. And
Can I tell what it is?
You didn't see it, but Elaine sure did. It's a very tall, armored figure in black armor, with long blonde hair. It's very straight blonde hair, so it's not Burrell. It's someone else. Their eyes seem to be glowing green. Ellie, okay, hold on. And they've got a sword drawn, and it's time to roll initiative.
Okay.
Fuck
Now,
that
was this wasn't the person that set the fire?
It's the person.
Okay.
God damn.
So that's a 22.
Sick. Just because I'm dealing with dog, if you guys could write it down into the chat. Yeah, great.
I need it.
Ellie.
What is it with this group and us always getting ties during initiative?
I think Jay and I should enter Mortal Kombat to decide who goes first.
It is obviously
Who's
the
got the
Roll
higher
initiative.
dex?
Huh?
Who has the higher dexterity? I think it's Jay.
Mine's 13.
Oh,
Stumble
okay.
wins.
Stumble wins.
What's your dexterity?
No.
I'm a fighter.
What is it?
12.
Oh.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
All right, so they got to roll. Okay, well they did terrible. So you can see that they've done some damage to. I was actually going to write a little in the chat the order, but I was trying to do Shift Enter, and instead it just entered.
I was just hoping I'd make someone laugh with a reference to an old ass website.
I remember the website. Anyway, so yeah, you see that Jer and Jerry are on the ground, and you see this large figure, and there's a little bit of smoke coming off of Jer. And it is Choose's turn first.
So, how far away are they?
About 30 feet.
About 30 feet? Cool. And they see all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then Choose is just gonna chuck that luck blade at him.
You're gonna throw the luck blade.
I mean, I can throw daggers.
Yeah. It's a bold thing to throw, but okay.
Then maybe I want to keep it. Wait, hang on. Let me look at my shit. You're scaring me. Can I just pop an arrow into him?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I want you to know that Russ is a way nicer DM than I am, because in that situation, I would have been like, no, you committed to throwing the luck blade. Just because I want to see what would happen as a
personally,
DM.
I would also let it happen, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah, but then everybody made me scared, and I have bad anxiety, so...
I love you.
I love you, too. So that's a 13?
Yeah, so you fire an arrow, and it actually, he flings it off the sword.
Shit! And, wait, I can do my thing. Hang on. I'm so sorry. And I am gonna disengage.
You don't need to disengage. You're far enough away.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, you can cunning action sideways. Yeah. So it's now Sparmp's turn.
Now, hold on a minute, my dear rodent compadre. Perhaps we can, instead of instantly throwing our daggers and swords at these cloaked gentlemen who we know nothing about, perhaps try to engage in a little bit of civil conversation. Perhaps they're not that bad of people. Perhaps they just discovered our unconscious friends much like we have. I'm going to roll a diplomacy check.
Yeah, do it.
Now, you can do reactions anytime, right? You don't need to wait till your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Elaine's going to say, dude, that's the guy that set the fires back when we met.
No. Hear him out. Perhaps he was cold on that particular evening, and he was just trying to warm himself and things got out of control. Can I actually roll a performance check? Because my performance is higher than my my diplomacy, and I feel like I can act my way out of this with clever wordplay, or should I roll a diplomacy anyway?
If it would... The only way it would be a performance is if you are kind of like convincing them of something else. In this case, you're trying to see what he has to say. So I would say it's diplomacy.
Okay, fair enough. Damn.
Now, if you want to make like a performance check.
I just rolled a 21.
Okay. In that case, you hear. So, what do you say? Tell me what happens.
Now, excuse me, my dear cloaked gentlemen. I would like to inquire why, on this particular day, you happen to be in this hallway currently. Good sirs.
Well, I was aware that Jer was there.
And what was your intention with him?
Exactly what has happened.
Oh, well, in that case, good sir, I would like to inform you that you fucked up! And I am going to just sprint toward him and try and punch him in the face with my new shiny glove.
Yeah, do it.
This is either really good or really bad.
That's 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, sick. All right. So,
No.
and then on top of that, you had a really good diplomacy roll. So he kind of, at that point, he had sheathed his sword. And so his arm was like that. It was like up and like that. And so you just book it and tell me how the punch goes.
All right. So I take however many steps forward until I am like a good 2 steps away. I leap into the air and I scream, Falcon Pancho! Bam!
Right. Awesome. And he's completely caught off guard by that because he was like, oh, this guy's trying to like talk me down from this. And so, yeah, you knock the shit out of him. So I'm going to get you to roll some damage.
Did you guys really think that Smart Sparp wasn't still going to be Sparp? Come on. How would crit damage work with my Falcon Punch glove?
Instead of, isn't it doubled?
I believe so. I still don't fully understand how crits work in 5th edition.
It's supposed to be double
the dice.
So
you roll your 2d6, and then just double that.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then you add your
so
strength
2d6
modifier.
times 2 plus my strength modifier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Holy fucking shit, max damage.
24 plus strength.
What's your strength?
Okay, so my strength is 17, strength modifier of 3. I need to work on that.
That's 27 in total, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so you just like, and it almost like happens in slow motion. You just jump up in the air and you go, Falcon Punch! And you just smack him in the jaw, and just like you can see teeth and blood and like ethereal green light coming out of his mouth. And you knock him prone.
May I finish role-playing this scenario?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like to imagine that at this point, I land in the superhero pose.
Yeah, totally.
Slowly rise up back to a proper position. Good showing, everyone. Good show.
Now, what's your class again? You're a fighter, aren't you? Or barbarian?
Barbarian.
Right? When do barbarians get second attack?
Do they have second what?
Oh, it's that fighters. That's just fighters.
I don't think until 5th level.
Oh, that's right.
Unless Sparp was a berserker, but Sparp is a totem, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We still need to finish that, by the way.
That's fine. We can finish that. All right, so that works out. Now it is.
Shit, I should have screamed one punch.
Oh, that's way funnier. Let's wreck on that. So you're like, one punch! And then you go, boom.
Oh, no. One punch! Wow! I had time to, like, hit the full high note in the intro because I rolled a net 20. Please, DM.
Oh, yeah,
my
absolutely.
Lord and Savior. This is why I pray to you, dog.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And that's such a good point. So, yeah, you totally do that. So now it is Stubble's turn.
What can I tell how bad he is? Like, how bad off? Is he, like, almost dead?
No.
Like,
he's prone, and he just looks like he got, like, almost knocked the fuck out, but, like, he's not nowhere near dead.
okay. I think I want to... Oh, wait. People got hurt, right?
Only... No, everyone should be at full health.
Well,
The other people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about them. Okay, I'm gonna Thorn Whip the bitch. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna give you advantage on that because he's prone.
Oh, cool. I need to find my D6. I don't know. Can someone roll a D6 for me? I don't know where mine is.
Is that not normally? Is that a spell?
Oh yeah, it's a spell, but it's damage. So I have to roll 20 first, right?
If it's a spell.
20. Yeah.
What spell are you doing?
Yeah.
Thorn Whip. It's a spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a melee spell attack against the target first.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
9.
You have advantage?
Yep.
So roll again.
Cool. 6.
Yeah, just for some reason you just kind of you whip, but I think maybe you're a little too far away, or you're a little distracted by.
Oh, does it not hit? Shit.
No.
Well, I made an attempt.
Yeah. No, totally. Do you choose to do anything else?
Well, I'm gonna move. Wait, where is he? He's by the doorway, right?
He's by the doorway, and you're at the other end.
All right, I'm gonna move a little bit farther away from him, just a tiny
So
bit.
you're kind of up against the wall, the elevator at this point.
Oh, I'm good where I am.
Okay. Alrighty then, more die.
Dope. Yeah, Mordai rushes in.
Yep.
Just gonna run up on him, carrying a big ass hammer.
Yep.
With
just
both hands.
Remind me, what are you wearing?
The demon's attire at this point.
Okay. And he's just going and blazes of glory and just going in for the old 1-2 swingaroo kind of deal, eh?
Oh yeah, just rushing up for that sweet melee.
And so yeah, you're gonna get advantage on that as well because he's still prone. And now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there any sort of like friendly competition between you and Sparp right now?
I mean, not that we really talked about. Mordai is definitely a little resentful about not really being special anymore in that same way that he used to be. Probably a little bit of need to prove he's still got it.
So I feel like you're really kind of going in there not only because Sparp just knocked the shit out of this guy, but you're going up there because you truly believe that you have something to offer, and
I'm the fucking demon.
Yeah, you're like the devil,
I'm the goddamn devil.
Yeah. So you're going to show him hell. So I need you to roll a 2d20.
2d20. Hot.
Yeah, because you have advantage.
Well, thank God for that.
You mean the devil?
Not bounced out of the box. Well, Jesus shit. Bonus for the Warhammer. Shit. 15 to hit.
What was it? Yeah, no. So he's got a really high AC, and it's just kind of like you're running and you just hit down, and you kind of hit his foot, and just the way you hit, it just like goes ding. So that's your movement, your action. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Wait, shit. Did I get a? Wait. Now I need to look. Did I get an extra attack at 3rd level? I think I might get that later also. But if it is 3rd level, that would be very useful.
Isn't that 3rd level?
That's shit I should have looked up earlier.
Extra attacks are 5th level for classes that get it.
Fuck. So what does champion get at 3rd level? Oh, look at that.
It's a martial archetype.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my action surge.
Yeah, okay.
And swing my fucking hammer again.
All right, so you still have advantage.
Put the box up on the couch. I'm retiring this fucking D20. I don't hit.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
Can't think of anything I could do with a bonus right now. No.
Okay. It is Elaine's turn.
Other than being like on its back, how's it looking?
I mean, he looked like he just got that. He looks like he just got hit by a baseball to the face.
The ground next to him is destroyed.
Yeah.
And he hasn't gone yet, has he?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe that one's more high. That could be the one.
Elaine is going to put her hand out, make a little movement for a spell, and she's going to cast Hold Person on him. And she is going to attempt this with her special spell secrets ability, and she's going to cast it to strength. So
right, so you can
he has to roll a 17 strength to beat it.
No, that works. Okay, that works. So he's still down. And how long does that last for?
I will tell you in 1 second. Okay, so for 1 minute.
Okay, so 10 rounds.
Yes.
Must succeed a saving throw or be paralyzed with duration. That's at the end of its turn. Okay, cool.
But also, hold person makes you restrained or paralyzed. Paralyzed is the term.
So it's unable to move.
Yeah, it's incapacitated, and strength and dexterity throws, saving throws, have advantage against it. Oh, no. It automatically fails dexterity and strength saving throws.
Oh.
Okay. So, like it can be grappled and stuff like that with no problem now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And any attack that hits it, if they're next to it, is an auto crit.
Cool. Wait, is that per person?
What?
Is it that the next 2 attacks hit, the second attack is or is it like if a character
attack rolls have advantage against it, and any attack that hits by a creature next to it is an auto crit. So any attack that hits by a creature 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Shit, that's good. All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's all. She's just gonna keep her hand out, holding it with her mind.
Yeah. All right. So it's actually his turn. He's unable to move, obviously. So he's just gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
Now, because I set it to strength, are they all gonna be strength now?
No, just be that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, now here's the thing, though, because you had said all strength saving throws are
auto fails.
Auto fails. So in that case, he wouldn't be able to move no matter what.
Right. So there's a chance that I might have just done something game breaking, or it might just be everything after that is wisdom.
I feel like everything else would be wisdom. I think just for the and I don't think that's like necessarily game breaking, because now you can just like beat the shit out of them, which is fine. That's really clever. But it's to my understanding, I need to read the secret rules or the secret. You have that on your sheet?
Yes. When you cast a spell, it's in the lore mastery notes if you want to read it yourself. So it's on the second page in my notes. Do you see it?
Change when you cast a spell with a spell slot.
Oh no, right here is where it is. I highlighted for you.
The secret rules, like make a dream board, put positive energy out into the universe, and it'll come back to you.
It's a lore master
throw from one ability to another of your choice. Once you're
the lore of Oprah.
What about Oprah?
Nothing.
When you cast a spell, yeah. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna say this. We are going to say it is in fact strength.
Fuck yeah!
So he's gonna make the roll, and that's a 20, but it doesn't matter because it's auto fail. And so he's just a sitting duck. And now, it's Choose's turn.
Can I just real quick? Is it too late for Mordai to have screamed right after missing twice? Once after running up, which is embarrassing, but like it happens. But then again, from standing right fucking next to this guy, just scream, just ah!
No, totally cool.
Thank God. It's very important to my characterization.
Yeah, I know, totally. And so now, few things that Choose realizes is A, mean man can't move. B, there's at least one friend 5 feet away from them, and they're incapacitated.
And he's distracted?
I would say he's a little distracted.
Okay, cool. So Choose is gonna sneak attack with that luck blade, though.
So yeah, and I just imagine you just kind of like in your mouth. You have the blade in your mouth, and you're just like making your way up, and then you just kind of like I don't know. Does Choose grab the blade of their mouth and just kind of goes?
See, what I wanted Choose to do was just have the blade in one weird little front paw and do like the weird waddle thing that raccoons do on their hind legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And just kind of waddles. And it takes a little bit of time. Like, these turns are supposed to be 6 seconds long, but something just...
sneaking. Choose is sneaking.
But, like, something just... Because it's 30 feet away. And you just kind of waddle up. And you get up to this guy's feet. And how do you attack him? You, like, stab the balls of its feet? Do you just go up to the rest of its body? I just imagine it'd be really funny if you just sneak attack the bottom of their foot.
Well, I wasn't thinking like that at all because
stab him in the dick.
I was thinking like stabbing him in the neck, but
yeah, totally go for it.
Nick was my thought too.
So I do that attack roll and I get a 17.
No, so you automatically.
Oh,
crit.
I automatically do it. Oh, I automatically.
Not like you automatically crit.
Wait. No. Add 2d6 damage to an attack. You have advantage on the attack rolls, such as attacking from stealth or attacking a distracted enemy.
Okay, so to understand that, on a sneak, this is one of the reasons why you got this. On a sneak roll, you just plainly roll 2d6.
Oh.
And then your luck blade. What did I say? 3d4.
Yeah, 3d4. So hang on, I'm doing my shit. I'm pulling out all of my dice that I finally get to use. This is one of the best things. Okay, so 3d4. That is 4d4. I don't need all of you. Okay. 6, 8. 8 plus 9 is 17.
Is that how much damage plus the 2d6?
Yeah.
17. Cool. All right, 17. And the blade would have been a... Would that be dexterity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, plus 6.
Plus 6.
So that's
Wait,
23.
so
the bonus after, but...
Wait, question. That 17 is the 2d6
Josh
and
froze for me. Everything froze for me. It's
Okay, hold on, guys.
Oh, you froze.
Yeah, that's weird, because
Yeah.
like I could hear them for a sec. Just give it a sec. Just refresh. Just one sec, guys.
No worries.
So, Russ, that 17 was all of the dice?
Yep.
And that was before the crit damage?
Yeah, just one sec. They don't have internet. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. You don't have internet at all? Are you plugged in?
Doopa-doopa-doo.
So that's the thing with material that they put out that's still being play tested, is sometimes you get things like changing Hold Person from Wisdom to Strength, and Hold Person makes them auto-fail Strength, and now they just are immobile for a full minute with no saves.
Click the link again. Close it and click the link.
You might have to link them again because...
The link shouldn't be any different.
Yeah, but I think that you sent the link in another Hangout, not in the chat.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You did do that thing. I'll send it to him.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay.
Just...
Oh, motherfucker. Where did I leave the... There it is. That's the one. Yep. Yes, that's it. Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah, just...
You got it, Morale.
All right. They said... Okay, let's see.
Addie, don't worry. I had you. I think that you muted Addie.
Which is hilarious, because I literally just said, I am so slow today. I don't know why, but I am.
What is your spell attack damage? You spell modifier?
My mod?
Yeah.
It's 4.
Is that including the staff?
Huh?
Is that including the staff?
Oh, then it'd be 6. That I thought that. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say it better be more
I
than
can't
4
hit.
because Mordai's is 3.
My wisdom is because my stats aren't really high. I'm just an average little stumble duck, stumbling along.
For some reason, I can't hit enter to send anything to any of the chats.
Oh, then I'm.
Has anyone else had any of that problems?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. That's odd.
That's weird. On Facebook?
Yeah.
That's weird. Maybe it's your enter button?
No, I can hit enter on other things.
Huh.
No. Here. Let's see. Which? Oh, there you go. Cool. Invite. Go to Google Hangouts there, dear.
That's
at hangouts.google.com. This is really odd. Thanks, Google. Mm-hmm.
This is fun, fresh, and flirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was also thinking, I don't know if it'd help with the podcast thing, but we could switch to
Discord?
Oh no, because I was gonna say rabbit, but I realized you can't record that because then you could show up like maps on the screen and stuff.
It did it!
Yay, Nicole!
Okay.
Yay!
So it was 17 with the dice, but then I have a +6 bonus with my weapon, so that's 23.
No. So 17 double itself.
Oh.
So it's 34 plus 6.
34 plus, so it's 40. Choose does 40 damage.
Yeah, you just like go for the neck, and you're just like, you look like a rabid. Shut up, Siri. Yeah, you're just going straight for the neck, and you're just like, and this being is just like bleeding blood, but not only that, like it looks like green ethereal essence is oozing out of it. Not oozing, like I guess like coming out of it, like almost like smoke.
Okay, yeah, Choose doesn't like that,
steaming
so
off.
Choose is gonna take their bonus action and disengage.
Yep. You don't necessarily need to disengage with this just because like they can't move.
But like, how long is that a thing?
10
A minute.
All
10.
right, then Choose is just gonna fucking chill there and laugh at the guy.
How does that sound? Sick.
Good.
Oh,
Right.
geez.
All right. So, okay. So there we go here. So chat. Just look at the order here.
Oh, and I'm going to say because Choose could see magic with the goggles, you could see that
Binds.
like what?
Binds?
Yes. You could see pretty much like a reddish ethereal rope-like thing, like ribbon almost twirled around him, stopping him from moving.
Cool.
Yeah. And so, whose turn is it next? It is Monsieur Sparp.
I'm
So,
zoned out
even-
really hard. What's going on?
Okay, so
It's your turn.
It's your turn. Quick update.
I'm established that much.
Sparp, you did you knocked it out, kind of, or knocked it out, but knocked it down. Elaine is keeping it down. It can't move. You get advantage on. Is it auto fails on strength checks?
Yeah, it auto fails strength checks. You have advantage on attacks, and if you hit on the attack, if you're next to it when you hit it, you get an auto crit.
Wow.
So this is like the best case scenario for pretty much everyone. So keep in mind, grapples are strength checks.
Shit.
I mean, I keep hearing the word grapple, so I'm gonna roll for headlock.
Can Shoes grapple the prone enemy?
Yep. Yep.
Can Choose grapple?
Kinda.
We'll figure it out. But it's other people's turn right now.
Yeah. So if you're grabbing, you're doing a headlock. Are you doing anything to it? Because you automatically pass the check.
I mean, I don't know. Am I supposed to kill this guy?
I mean, you can do whatever you want. Keep in mind, it can't talk. It can't do anything.
And Choose just did stab this guy in the neck, like.
Yeah, he's bleeding a little bit from the neck.
Just a little bit.
Just a little, just like a good stream.
Oh, that's disconcerting.
Oh, in that case, fuck, I'm gonna go for a running bulldog in the hopes that using my golden boxing glove will do more damage when I drive his head into the pavement, brother.
Okay, so I imagine when you do that, yeah, you just kind of like you pick him up, and then you just kind of. I'm gonna guess you just like instead of like a normal bulldog where you just kind of grab them and slam their head down. I'm gonna get you to like pick him up a little bit and toss him, and then you're gonna jump into the air and kind of just slam his head down.
Oh yeah.
And kind of just like go down with him. And so it's you got auto crit that.
Okay.
How do you like go really far away, or do you just kind of like throw him up into the air and just kind of slam him down?
I'm going to find the nucleus of where my friends are and slam him directly in the middle of that nucleus.
Okay, so keep in mind in this 30 foot corridor, half your friends are on one side and your half are on the other side. So if that's the case, cool. So you're just going to throw him out into the air, and you're going to slam him down. And so you're going to roll your damage.
All right. Would that just be my regular boxing glove damage?
Well, it's crit.
Ah, yes, crit. Okay, so that is 10 times. That'd be 23.
So is it your dice plus your modifier?
Yeah, I rolled a 10. It's a crit, so times 2, that's 20, plus my modifier, 23.
Great. Yeah, 23 damage, and you just like you kind of feel his face crunch a little bit when it hits the ground.
Cool.
And then
please tell me that Shoes isn't still hanging on to this man.
Oh, that'd be terrible. No. Shoes got up.
Oh, thank you, Shoes. Oh my God.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, so it is Addie's turn now. That's Stumble. What do you do?
Well, this is the first for Stumble. He feels real bad for Mordai because that was a pathetic performance. So Stumble is going to walk up to him, place his little gnome hand on him, and cast Guidance.
Nice.
Do better.
Okay.
And probably going to... Wait, is Mordai, like, close to the guy?
10 feet away now.
All right, Mordai's gonna.
No, it'd be 15 feet away.
So Symbol's gonna walk as far away as possible then.
So you were 30 feet away, so you have you're actually at the other end. So to get over to him, you would have had to walk your whole walk speed.
Okay, well then Symbol's gonna also say better be worth it.
Great. So now it is Stumble's turn. Good news, bad news. Homie's on the ground, still not doing much. You are not 5 feet away from it.
You mean Mordai, right?
Yeah, Mordai is no longer 5 feet away from the body.
Right.
Oh no, did I just walk up?
Yeah. So there's no auto crit.
Well, unless Mordai moves, Mordai's got to be there to hit.
Is it just you walk up and if it's just 5 feet away?
Yes.
Okay, and then you're fine. All right, cool.
Pretty much the meaning of it is if you hit with the melee weapon, it's an auto crit.
Okay.
If you hit with a ranged weapon, it's not.
Cool. All right, sounds good.
Just the wording of it is different.
Yeah, all right. That makes sense. Cool. So yeah, you can just go up and try again. You can use your hammer. You can pick them up, throw them. You can do whatever you like. Really, he can't do anything.
Well, the hammer's been kind of a disappointment, so Mordai is going to walk over and drag the fucker up for a fucking Cobra Clutch suplex.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of what that looks like.
I can pull up a video if you like.
Is that just... Yeah, no, I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, so you automatically pass the grapple. And I'm trying to think of, like, how to calculate damage on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I mean, the thing is with your hammer, it is an auto crit, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm already auto critting on the grapple, so I mean, let's see if we can figure out like a baseline for the actual suplex. I could just like roll normal damage on that. That would be reasonable.
Well,
I think.
the thing is, it's like the terms is any attacks that are melee, but this is a grapple, which isn't necessarily
yeah. I mean, like it's not that it's not melee. It's just like I'm already critting on something. Let's see, 195 grappling.
All right, let's just do this. You're gonna roll 2d6 for this.
Works for me.
Where are my goddamn d6s?
I'm just gonna say because you're heavily proficient in this is like one of your signature moves.
It is. Those D6s. I like those ones. I liked them more a minute ago. 6.
Okay, what'd you roll? So is that
with
after?
A 4 and a 2.
Great. So you did 12 plus strength.
What is my modifier?
Is it plus 3?
15 total.
Oh, okay. That's still a plus 2. So yeah, you did 14 damage. Okay, yeah, he's looking a little worse for wear here.
Plus 2?
And are you gonna hold him in the Cobra Clutch?
Wait, why plus 2?
Oh, that's a plus 3. Plus 3. You're at 16. All right. Yeah. So you did 15 damage. Are you gonna hold him in that?
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go for unconsciousness at this point.
Okay, so you're trying to choke him out at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll handle that next round for you. Okay, so Elaine,
Yes.
it's your move.
Also, I do want everyone to know that if he wasn't auto-failing on the check to get out of this, every time we hit him, he would have been making another check to get out. But because he's auto-failing the checks, we're just wailing on him.
I love it.
That is a really, really powerful.
Like
I really love
the
that.
thing
That's
is,
really cool.
it's because the archetype that I am is a playtesting one.
Yeah.
So when the official version comes out, they're probably going to be like, "Holy shit! I have to make this not happen anymore."
You know what? That's cool. Let's keep it. I enjoy it.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? I think like baddies, like once you kind of like start getting a bit more of a name for yourself, people are gonna know about this.
Oh no!
And they're gonna be like
Oh,
terrified and also like trying to plan around it.
That's wonderful.
I love it. Yeah. So it's go for it. Your turn.
Okay. So Elaine is going to walk up to it, still keeping her one hand out, like holding him in place.
Mhm.
And with her other hand, she's going to bring it out and move it around and push it forward and fire a firebolt.
Nice.
And the firebolt is going to do cold damage, so it's going to be an ice bolt.
Nice. So, how did we decide how that was going to look? Was it that it would cause fire, although it was ice, or was it going to?
It's going to make a little bit of frost appear on it.
Right. Okay. Essentially, it's a frost bolt.
Yes. So
sick. So I'm assuming like a giant icicle is going to hit him in the head.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely roll for damage on that.
Okay. And I did walk up to him, so I'm 5 feet away.
Yeah, you're 5. You're cool.
But I'm not rolling at advantage because it is a spell.
Yep.
It's a ranged attack, and ranged attacks at close range get disadvantage. But because I'm doing a spell this close to him when it is, I get advantage, so they cancel out.
Yeah, so go for it.
That actually probably doesn't hit. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's an 8 plus 6.
14?
Yep.
What was that? No, that hits.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
No, sorry. No, it doesn't. Wrong number there. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I was like, I think that he's at least a 15 AC.
Yeah, he is. He is at least that. Yeah, so you kind of just fire it. I mean, you almost like, it's funny. It's funny because it's like, I always love that idea of just being a spellcaster and just going point blank to someone and going boom. But somehow it just slipped.
Well, to be fair, she has one hand holding him and the other hand shooting.
Yeah, so she's a little like she hasn't gone to school for this yet, really. She's done a little bit of schooling, but she's still learning, and so she doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, she can't aim with her left hand. Who prepares to aim with both hands?
Exactly. So now it's actually it's their turn. Here we go. What does it have to beat? 17? Because I got an 18 here. Does that beat it?
But it auto fails strength.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, totally. It is just. It's just. He's sitting there, kind of like a.
It's just super frustrated.
Yeah.
He's having a
well,
bad
he can't even
time.
show frustration because he's completely paralyzed.
Yeah.
He can't talk. He can't do anything.
So it's not even frustrated. It's a look of just the fuck is happening.
Yeah, and he's looking at him kind of like himself and just like, I'm going to die like this. This is how I die.
But just looking extra like a dumbass because Mordai's still got him in a Cobra Clutch.
Yeah. So when you do that, actually, you kind of just like you fire it, and it almost hits Mordai. And it just kind of like frosts the ground next to him, and he just feels super chill.
Sorry.
Fine.
So that leads to choose.
Okay. So he's close to people.
Yep.
And he can't move.
He's currently in a Cobra Clutch.
Yeah, he can't move. He's distracted, right?
Yeah, I would say he's got a lot on his mind right now.
Okay, so I can sneak attack him with the left blade again?
Yeah, so just roll for damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hang on. I need to...
Yeah, unless someone takes Mordai out. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. No, you rolled a 22. It's good.
Eight, 11, 12, 13 plus 6 is 19.
Did you add the 6? Like, is that your?
I got 13 with all of my dice.
Okay, so it's 13 times 2, so that's 26.
26 plus 9 is 35.
Is 9 your?
No, wait. What
Plus
did
6?
I do? Plus 6. I can.
Yeah.
I am.
It's 32 again.
32 again.
All right, yeah, you just go at him, and he's like, he looks like he's almost dead. Like, he is, like just kind of looks. His eyes can move, and all you can see is just panic, and he's just like,
That's chill. That's fine.
yeah. And so, yes, he is at the disco. So it's Arp's turn.
Well, I mean, the way I can see it, he's in a Cobra Clutch. There's only one way I can punch him. I'm gonna kill him by punching him in the ass.
Yes!
Now, just before we do this, the Cobra Clutch, is that to pass him out or is that to kill him?
That was to pass him out. I mean, we do kind of want to know why he was setting fires earlier, but also he's an asshole.
Is there any way I can knock him out by punching him in the ass? I really want to punch someone in the ass.
I mean, melee, you can always choose
is
for
you're
an
auto-critting.
otherwise killing blow to be non-lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay,
Two
so
people were talking at once.
if your melee blow would otherwise kill the creature, you can choose for it to be non-lethal. And only with
Non-lethal
melee.
ass punch it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll for it, or just roll your damage.
You know what? Not even ass punch. I'm going to swat him on the ass while screaming, "Good game, chap."
Nice.
As Sparp is winding up, Mordai just shouts, "I facilitated this!"
These dice are keepers. I just rolled max damage again.
Christ.
Okay, yeah, he's actually still awake. But just wait, how much was that?
Jesus. So 27.
Yeah, he's still awake. He's up, but he's not doing so hot. Yeah.
Wait. Your strength is only a +3?
Yeah, right?
Oh, it's because...
Ever.
Wait,
yeah.
Are you proficient in boxing glove?
The fuck do you think?
No?
No, I am not.
Okay.
I'm a wrestler, not a boxer, my friend.
I don't know your life story.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
and what we do is
Then
real.
read it.
Yeah, it's real, not fake, like boxing. Yeah, so he's actually still up. That leaves Stumble.
Oh shit.
I think that you should revive Jer. Jer.
That would be good.
You know, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
Yeah, okay.
And that is that is 7 points of healing because I rolled a 1.
All right, so he's up. He was never like dead. He's just like, oh fuck. He rolled. Okay. So he's actually next. Sorry, Elaine. In the
Initiative order.
Initiative. Thank you. He gets up and he kind of brushes himself off, and he walks up pretty much right next to Elaine, and says, "Your children are dealing with forces you may not." Sorry, wrong voice. Your children are not. Oh no, that's not even it either. Children are dealing with forces you don't quite understand. And he reaches out and he fires a firebolt at him. And he rolls. And that's a hit. And let's double check. That would have been. Ow. The dog hurt me.
She has a tendency to slap you with her ears when she shakes her head.
I just think it's like a comfort thing for her.
I mean, I get ear slapped on the daily, so.
Oh, poppers. Yeah, alright, so 1d10. And we're going to see a little bit higher. I need to get a d10. Alright, cool. So yeah, he is kind of blown to smithereens. And when this happens, this is a little bit of an alarming thing for Mordai, because he sees everyone's kind of crowding around, beating the shit out of this guy, and then out of nowhere, oh my god! Out of nowhere, Jared comes out and he points his hand down and his finger in the air and casts Firebolt and kind of just blows his head off. And so Mordai's covered in a little bit of goo.
Yeah, is Mordai going to take any damage on account of being kind of in the blast zone?
No, only because of what's that? What's spell?
Spell shaping.
Spell shaping. Yeah, spell shaping.
Dope.
Yeah, you're fine. Except for you get covered in a little bit of blood, which stains your demon armor oh so cooler. And so, but he's missing a head.
Why would you do that?
He's missing a head. And when this happens, that green ethereal mist that you were seeing coming off of him rises, like a whole body's worth rises up. Yeah, and you're kind of like, oh, what? And you see an ethereal version of this guy. and he says something along the lines of,
I will exact my revenge soon enough.
Oh.
And he kind of he dissipates.
Fuck!
Well,
Sidebar, Nicole, do you remember what this person's name was?
Uh,
Kenny Merman Jensen, because he was number 1.
but he wasn't though. That's the thing.
Oh,
I don't
he was
remember.
number one.
I remember who he is.
We're gonna call him Arthur.
Arthur's a bad.
like the aardvark.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
thanks, Addy.
And
Well-
so wait, sorry, and he's not immune from the Balor.
Well, I'm just thinking if he's from the Cabal.
So one thing to note, in this, Matt, you got a pretty good look at him. He didn't have a gauntlet on.
Okay.
Unlike Abby, Stubble feels no guilt, and he's gonna walk over to the fruit and grab another piece.
Of the witch? Oh yeah, totally.
The fruit and vegetables. Yeah, it doesn't feel bad.
I mean, that's up in the other room, but I can imagine you just stumbling over there and just.
Oh, totally. I'm going to the other room.
Totally. As everyone's kind of like hearing the explanation of what's going on, you just feel like, I don't care. And so
Elaine is going to turn to Jer and go, so you said that we're dealing with things we don't understand. Yeah, story of my fucking life now. So why don't you explain?
So he looks at you, and he pulls something out of his robe and hands it to you. It's a small little tankard of alcohol. And says, "This will not be the end of Arthur, for he was the son of Gomio. And my suspicions were correct in assuming he too was some sort of necromancer."
And so, like, this soap opera shit going on.
And so, as everyone kind of gets cleaned up, he'll take you aside and he'll explain the complexities of the political landscape of the Senate. There is a large, almost like a union of artificers who kind of stick together. And they're a little hard to deal with sometimes. They're a little stubborn. A lot of them are dwarves. And then you have different, not families, but different types of our weavers, and Elaine understands this quite well. You usually have those who study different types of magic. Same with Stumble, and there used to be during around the time of the war, there used to be a large group of necromancers, and it was understood that after the war they kind of died out. But of course, due to the nature of necromancers, they don't always just die out because they're already dead. They just wait and bide their time. And that's the thing with necromancers, is sometimes they can kind of get their bodies back, and so he immediately recognized this for what it was and wanted to do away with his with Arthur's body. Excuse me. He said, "You guys have done quite well today, and I am very grateful for your assistance." The demon drop. I love that. So he's very thankful. He expresses his gratitude, and Jerry is kind of just like, oh yes, thank you. And he kind of like picks his chair up and kind of just like sits it down. And as he sits down, the elevator dings, and you see Stumble holding a plate of fruit, just going, and
Not give a single fuck.
Like you can't like. There's no fucks to be given or seen or like.
Just not bothered.
Yeah, and you just don't give a fuck whatsoever, and so I love that. So Jared is kind of apologetic given the circumstances, and explains that tomorrow we'll go looking for your friend, and hopefully we'll find her soon. And that is in fact the end of our campaign.
Wow!
For the evening.
So, are we gonna rest then?
Yeah, you guys get a full rest and all that.
Cool.
Also, somebody needs to help
Spell
Brandon level up.
Well, I'm
Just
really
saying.
happy to know that I totally wasted that potion.
It's all good.
The accent was worth it. Genuinely,
Hey,
though.
time isn't wasted if you're getting wasted.
Well, I think that the potion was a 24-hour thing, not a... Right?
Yeah, it lasts 24 hours.
So, in the morning when we go do things, you'll still be smart.
Yeah, there'll be a point where it wears off, and I'll let you know.
Oh, great. At about noon, I'm going to go back to me and fuck Stump Stupid. Golly gee willikers. Isn't that
It's like,
going to be fun?
it'd be like, all right, I'll need you to do an intelligence check. You'd be like, yes, quite, not a problem at all. I'd be like, wait a sec.
And in that exact moment, excuse me, sir, I think I shit my pants.
Yeah, totally. So we have to level up Sparmp a bit here. And hopefully we'll kind of get a little bit more of a cohesive game going once we have...
Literally, all we have to do is pick my totem.
Let's do it!
Which I already decided I want the one that gives you the HP bonus.
Awesome.
I think that's the bear.
The bear makes you, when you're raging, resistant to everything but psychic damage.
Anyway,
Yeah,
just
the HP
quickly
bonus.
before we do, we're just going to end the broadcast. Thank you, everyone.
Me.